Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah. Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah, Om Shri Krishnam Namah. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Namaha. Hello to you. How are you? I'm wonderful. And I want to just introduce what's coming next on the channel. So for those of you who know, who've been following my story so far, it goes back maybe 20 odd films, something like episode 1182, where I introduce you to me being here in Mother India. And so I've been here for half the time, and I need to be very clear about some things. Number one, India has a culture which has existed unbroken for over 25,000 years. There's no other culture on the planet that can equal that. Chinese culture goes back a long way, but not even approaching. The only cultural practice I know of that goes beyond 25,000 years is shamanism itself, which goes actually back 100,000 years. But I'm talking about a culture in a location, in one particular part of the world, which is what we talk about here with India. So that's a very important thing to realise. The other thing I want you to realise, and I want to go into shamanism straight away with this one. When people come to me for training, there's a particular point I always share with them this story. Imagine you are a traveller and you arrive in a country about which you know nothing. Let's go into, say, a historical setting. No internet. People didn't know. There was no way to find out. And you arrive in this country. You don't know anything about it. The very first thing you would do is you obtain a guide. And this is what all shamans do. They discover the foundation of shamanic practice, which is simply the magic three. The foundation of all shamanic practice is trance induction, declaration of intention, active imagination, activation. That's it. That's what all shamanism is. Let me say it again. Trance induction, intention, active imagination. That's all that's required. So when we arrive in a new culture, in a new environment, it's so helpful to have a guide. I am so blessed. You all know this. I am so incredibly blessed. I'm blessed beyond measure because I have two of the most accomplished guides who have been curating my entire series of experiences here from the word go, from being met at the airport and everything that's happened since then. Ahmed did his shamanic training with me a long time ago now. Reshma has her own tradition. They've both got their own traditions. And so they're working with so many different cultural traditions when they're working with me. And some of the times they work with me is they give me the space to just do my own thing. And other times it's like, it's time, he's ready to have this experience, he's ready to have that experience. So I left those of you who are following my story on a bit of a cliffhanger because you arrived at a particular temple. A temple dedicated to and created by Sadhguru and his foundation, his latest creation. And we arrived and we stopped the car, and that's where it ended. And I knew I couldn't carry on until I'd made this film. So here's what I want to explain to you about the reality of what I'm going through now in terms of the experiences with the temples. because I have guides, I have so much more of an awareness about what I can and can't do. So the cat's already out of the bag. The first temple you're going to be introduced to through me is Sadhguru's latest temple. The whole enterprise, hundreds of acres, all brand new. More buildings to build. The yoga centre isn't even up yet, right? That's how new it is. So I'm able to show you about what it's like when I get out of the car and when I walk into the area where it looks like it's the main arena for Glastonbury Festival. There's no grass, it's stone, but nonetheless it's got a similar feeling about the size, the grandeur, the sense of upliftment coming into space. And I'm able to show you a little bit, and I show you some of the really significant sculptures which have been made, very contemporary. And then it's over to remove the shoes, and it's over to get in the line. And there's this metal fence. Now, as soon as I approach the line, the camera goes off, and the entire experience is not something I can share with you in that way. However, through having received guidance and silent knowledge, there's another way I'm going to share that information with you. So I'll share with you what actually happened, but you won't be able to see it, but you'll get to hear about what happened. So I'm going to do that. And with the other 3 temples I've been through, everyone completely different, everyone a whole different situation vis-a-vis the filming, so each time you're going to find it different. So sometimes I will be able to show you the footage, you'll be able to have the experience of walking through, I won't be able to say any words. Other times I might be able to say a little bit, it'll vary each time. So I'm very excited to be at this point in my journey, halfway through this, my first visit to Bangalore, sharing with you as much as I possibly can do. So that's what this film is about. This film is to set you up for what's to come. And there will be the journeys, either by car or by other means, and they'll be part of the experience so that you have the sense of the feel of what I'm going through before I get there. I'll share as much as I can, and whatever I can't share with you, I'm going to use this method to provide you with as much information as I can do, so you understand how everything's working. So that's really set everything up. So thanks very much for being set up with me, and I look forward to initiating you through what I go through next. Thank you very much. And as always, all the love to you.